In this video we will learn how to use custom feature of managing Rodtep and duty drawback claim in ERPNext. Go to the company list and a duty drawback and Rodtep related accounts in the account settings section, such as duty drawback receivable account, duty drawback income account, duty drawback cost center, Rodtep receivable account, Rodtep income account, and Rodtep cost center. Same way in item you must define Rodtep and duty drawback rate in sales tab. First, create an export invoice. Create an export sales invoice with Rodtep and drawback details. While creating an export sales invoice, go to the exempt section in the item table. Enter the freight and insurance amount in the invoice currency to get the FOB value. Enter the Rodtep rate and drawback rate to get the Rodtep and drawback amount. On submission of this invoice, the system will create the journal entry for Rodtep and duty drawback receivable amounts and book the income. You can view the reference of journal entries in the bottom of the item section. After receiving Rodtep script, when you receive the Rodtep script from the government, go to the Rodtep claim list. Click on Add Rodtep claim and enter the details such as script number, company, and posting date. Enter the start date and end date to find Rodtep entries between these dates. Click on Get Rodtep entries. After clicking on Get Rodtep entries, you will see a list of the journal entries for Rodtep which type is Rodtep. Remove the entries for which the Rodtep is not received. Select the credit account. Click on Save and Submit. On submission of Rodtep claim, the system will create the journal entry to shift the receivable from the Rodtep receivable account to the specific Rodtep script account. How to sell a Rodtep license? First, create an item called Rodtep license and set the Rodtep script account as the default income account. Then, create a sales invoice as you would for a regular invoice. In the item table, select the Rodtep license item and enter the sales amount. The difference between the sales amount and the Rodtep script amount should be set as a discount on Rodtep in the tax and charges table. How to use the Rodtep license against imports? To use the Rodtep license against imports, you need to pass a journal entry. Credit the Rodtep script account. Debit the custom duty charges. Receiving duty drawback. To receive the duty drawback from the government, go to the duty drawback claim list. Click on Add Duty Drawback Claim and enter the details such as company and posting date. Enter the start date and end date to find duty drawback entries between these dates. Click on Get Drawback Entries. After clicking on Get Drawback Entries, you will see a list of the journal entries for drawback, which type is drawback. Remove the entries against which drawback is not received. Select the credit account. Click on Save and Submit. On submission of duty drawback claim, the system will create the journal entry for drawback receivable accounts credit and credit account debit. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more.